it's me again in my chair. Hi, happy to see you all. Make sure you click that subscribe button and the bell so you can know when I drop new content. But thank you for being here. Welcome again to In My Chair. So today I just wanted to pretty much go over who I am or who I was and what I'm up to now, and a couple more things about my previous career, which was hairstyling, a CEO and owner of Curly Culture Salon. That's such a accomplishment for me, to be my own boss, to work for myself. It gave me so much freedom, and so much fulfillment in creating something that people loved and that helped my community. So today, I'm going to go over a few things that I actually started out not liking about doing hair, but I still managed to have a successful six-figure business that stayed in business for over 8 years. And recently, I just transitioned out of my business because I am more soul aligned with helping you guys to level up in your lives and just talk to you about relationship and business coaching and all of those things. Everything close to my heart that I already did when I was a hairstylist to my clients when they're in my chair. I'm now wanting to do it now with you guys here. So let's get into it. I guess we're going to talk about 5 things that I didn't like when I was a hairstylist, salon owner. And these things were things that I liked and things that I didn't like at the same time. And why I'm telling you that, because a lot of people don't talk about the things that they didn't like in their business, but they had still success in that business. So it didn't matter. It's just something that help them to grow. So in my business, as a hairstylist and a salon owner, first thing I would say is literally just going into my business and having to take care of so many things by myself. So I had to, clean the place the way I wanted it, make sure it looks tidy, the energy is up. I had to make sure I have all the products that I needed. I had to make sure that I have all the creative knowledge and everything that I needed to fulfill my clients' needs, and just make sure everything in the salon ran smoothly. And I guess I didn't like this and I liked it. I liked it because I had great control over my business. And this is why I really have a passion for entrepreneurship, because I get to do all of these things when it comes to the business side and the creative side of my business. But I guess what I didn't like is because it's so hard to hire people these days that will help you with all the hats that you have to wear in your business, okay? So that's number one. All the hats that I had to wear in my business, I had to do them at one point or another all by myself, okay? So when you get into business, you may find that is an issue. I definitely thought it was an issue for me, especially in this day and age where it's super hard to hire people that have the same values and the same work ethic as you when it comes to your values and your business. So that's number one. Now, did it keep me from making a great living and everything like that when it comes to my business? No, it didn't. I pushed through and I did what I had to do. It was actually fun for a little while until it became not fun, okay? So that's number one. Number two is keeping up with social media within my business. And I know social media is a big deal, of course. When you find the right platform, it's great. And when you're doing something that you love to do, it's great. But in my business as a hairstylist and a salon owner, I'm specifically creating I'm being creative in the salon. I'm doing hair, okay? I'm taking care of my business in my salon. So I'm very, very busy. I also have my clients who tell other people about my work, so they come to me. So social media was something that I would forget about it. I would literally be so busy in my day that I would forget to go on to social media. So what I could tell you about social media as a business owner, you have to pick the right platform for your business, okay? Not every platform will work for you. Like for this business I have now as a consultant and as a coach and just as a content creator for my courses or whatever I'm going to offer, I think YouTube is the best place because it's a long form. I get to show my energy. I get to show my love. I get to build a community face to face. I think YouTube is a great space. TikTok could be a great space also for short content that is catchy and things like that. But I choose to be here on YouTube with you guys and share all the information that I could share that you can take from this. And it's, great in long form. So I definitely choose YouTube. But for my business before, as a hairstylist and a salon owner, mostly a hairstylist, I chose Instagram. And Instagram is definitely a lot going on. And a lot shows up on your feed. There's lots of different content that doesn't even fit. And that's just the content side. But creating the content takes time for you to put it out there and get it out there and have a consistency. So now not only are you a hairstylist and a creator in the salon and a business owner, but now you are a content creator. That is very, very stressful as a hairstylist. I think you have to really consider what your goals are and your goals, because you need to figure out how Instagram or social media is going to get you to where you want to go. Now, my goals were pretty much being met. My goals were being met. I was busy as a personal stylist or a in-salon stylist. I had clients, people were telling other people about my services, and I was getting new clients every week, and I was happy, content. But what I had to do when it comes to social media was get back on just so that I can start hiring people. So that's why I really got into social media, so that people can know more about the salon, more about my business, so they can subscribe to being employed by me. So what I didn't like about it, obviously, was just I was busy. I was too busy to do this content when I was already busy, right? And also, because my platform was pretty small, my content would reach certain places, and then sometimes it just wouldn't reach at all. And I felt like it just took so much from me when I was already busy. So that did not keep me from doing great as a hairstylist, but it's definitely something you need to consider when you are creating your brand and when you are setting your goals and why you are using social media. What is your goal for social media? So that's number 2. So I hope you guys are enjoying that so far. I will definitely have content creating tips and a whole course about how to get to your 6-figure and up business, and taking your passion to making a good living with it. So look out for that in my upcoming courses and also consulting if you would like that. So number 3, giving people access to me. All right, so you guys, some of you may know, whoever have followed me from other places, you guys may know that I'm a pretty to myself type of lady. Like I just said, my salon really was personal to me. It was a space where I wanted just peace for myself, another hairstylist, and, you know, create that environment that is just peaceful. But as I started to put myself out there, even like with this, there's a difference. So when I was a hairstylist, when I put myself out on social media, people have access to me that way, but not directly. So I can kind of ignore anything, any bad comments, anything in my DMs, I could do that. But being a hairstylist and having to deal with people in your chair and do their hair, it's totally different. So you would have people that see you on social media and they think whatever they think about you. They may be a little jealous. They may be a little mad at you for, you know, having the audacity to do the things you do, to say the things you say, to create the things you create. And talking specifically to you guys as maybe business owners, you would like to be, you have something amazing inside you that no one else has. And some people could get really upset at that, right? And that is so fulfilling to have for yourself and to share it with others. But you will always have people who don't believe that about you. And they will want to see you in person. And me being a hairstylist, it gave people access to see me in person. And they would come in and they would, you know, check me out up and down, check out my environment, my place, what I created for myself, what I said to them, how I took care of them, how I did the hair. That's normal to just check out how someone does your hair. That's what you're there to do. But checking out someone personally about how great they are or how great you think they are and they're really not that great, or their personality, you don't like their personality, you don't like the way they dress, you don't like that, you don't know how they got here, and you know, there's some people who just thought that they can bring me down when they came in contact with me. So they would start to do things like, you know, give me like bad vibes, nitpick the things that I'm doing. If I say something, they would look at me sideways. They would look, you know, I could tell they're nitpicking me. And that energy was not okay. It was just not okay. I could feel it. And the thing with me, as I've been in this business for a long time, I formulate a way of literally diffusing those types of energies. So when someone comes to me, and number one, I'm Black, you know, so let's say they realize I'm a Black woman business owner, that's the number one thing that shocks them. So automatically they would have a misconception of what they think a Black person is, right? So they don't know how to speak well. They don't know how to take care of people well. They don't know how to run a business correctly. They're not educated. They're not this, they're not that, they're not, you know, so they automatically have things about what they see. And then they get really surprised about what you're giving to them actually, which is high quality customer service, high level support, high level care for their hair or service you're doing, a understanding of what they need and what your business is supposed to be giving to the community. So they don't expect any of this just by looking at you. So when they sit down in your place or they come in your place, all of a sudden, when you give all of those things to them, you are diffusing the negativity that they're bringing to you. Not only that, your personality, you're a person. So you may be a sweet person, you may be a godly person, you may be a very light feminine energy, you may be a dark feminine energy if you're a woman, you may be, you know, very intellectual, love to have deep conversations. You may be very caring about people, so you automatically want to make sure this person is comfortable, cared for in your environment, and even you may even be intuitive where you see that they have this negative energy that you can help them with your energy. So having said all of that, I have a lot or had a lot of those qualities that I shared with my clients. So I diffused anything that was coming from outside that has a misconceived notion about me. I literally just smoothed that out, and they ended up liking me or loving me by the time this service was over, and then ending up coming back to my business. So this is how, for years of me being a service provider and an entrepreneur, I have cultivated these qualities. So at a certain point in my career, I realized that I was working so hard to diffuse these negative people that come towards me, and they would just come back for my energy. And I didn't like that. They would just come back just so I can give them my good energy. They could feel great after they leave, but they still felt the same way about me, as in like not liking me, but they would still get my energy. I just didn't feel that was fair. So that's one of the things that I did not like about my business. Being a hairstylist, you give access to yourself to people, and you have to be able to understand or be okay with that exchange in energy for that long, and be okay with that. I was not okay with that. I really wasn't. For many years I did it, and then I stopped being okay with it. Once I stopped being okay with it, that's when I thought, this is not for me anymore. And that's one of the reasons I transitioned out of doing hair. So as you have learned, it takes a certain person to be able to handle these things as an entrepreneur, what space you are in. So because there will be energies transmuted, transitioning, transcending between people and spaces, and you have to be okay with that. Okay, so number 4, it was a lot of hard work in being a hairstylist. You're on your feet, you are back and forth, and you're on your feet for many years as a hairstylist. I came to the conclusion that was okay for a while for me, but that couldn't be okay for a long time for me. So that was one of the things that made me transition out of doing hair. It's just the strenuous, pretty much work and standing all the time, and that affecting your body, right? So that was something that I was okay with when I was younger, but I'm not okay with when I'm older, right? So it was fine. It kept me in shape when I was younger, and I loved it. I loved standing and taking care of my clients and being the center of attention when it comes to what I can give to people as who I am, right? I'm standing there, I'm talking to them, I'm pretty much the authority for your hair and all of those things. So that was fine. But now I'd rather sit here and do the same things, share who I am, have an authority on a certain topic, and do it the way that I want to do it right here. So that's number 4. And number 5. So this could be for any business really, but when I was a hairstylist or in my business, I had a lot of pushback from people who didn't support me, no matter how long they knew me, no matter what I did. They just didn't want to support the fact that I was moving up, I was growing, I was doing something great. I was successful. I didn't like that. Now, that's not just about being a hairstylist. But I guess I threw that in there because it's something that I didn't understand. I tried to reach out to my community, especially in hair care, and try to really work with people and be in my community, but it wasn't something that worked very well because of whatever reason, right? So not being able to communicate with your community and be in like a network, right? A network that would help each other in my community at the time wasn't working for me long term, right? And I guess I can go for the point of view of being a Black woman in this business and in my community of Black women. There was a lot of like, look out for yourself, jealousy. I'm going to act like I don't see what you're doing, but I'm really watching you. And all of those things I did not get. I did not like that cattiness, even being a pretty much an influencer in the business where I put my face out there. I was on newspapers. I was on the, blogs, things like that. No one ever reached out to me to collaborate with me in the community, and I would reach out to them sometimes to do it. It wouldn't really go anywhere. And then I had a lot of people who thought that they were in competition with me also. And in my community that just didn't even have the years behind them. They weren't as, my age. All the things that I've done in my life didn't compare to what they have done, and I didn't compare to myself to them. So all of those things, unfortunately, within that community of being a hairstylist is something that everyone knows about. If you're in the community, people know you throughout social media, or people know you in your community, right? And I did not have a lot of support. Did that keep me from doing what I came to do and making money? No, it didn't. But I would have liked more support, because to grow in your community and to help more people in your community, you want to feel like your community loves you, not feel like your community is just using you because you're there and not really wanting you to succeed, or not really watching you, but not really wanting you to do your best or be your best or just be successful the way you want to be. There's some people who just thought that she's gonna be, I'm just gonna watch and see what's gonna happen, and I didn't like that. So I guess doing hair and being on, stressing your body out, working for yourself, not getting the right hires, just not having all of the things that you want, and on top of that, supporting people that don't support you. Overall, taking care of your community from a place of just being passionate about it and creating a place that you want to grow and hire people from your community and just be part of something so successful and share with others. It just didn't make sense what you were getting from other people in your community of, the same background, same color, all of those things. It kind of just turned me off as time went by. So even though I was making money, I was not getting fulfillment from what I thought it could have been, right? So now I'm in this sector. I could reach people from all over the world, from different countries, from different places, and it's just, so much better for me. It's just so much better for me because it's not such a nitpicky thing. Who is going to be for you will be for you. But not only that, that's great, but you also like what you're doing. You're sitting, you're at home, you're working from home, you are sharing what you want when you want it, and you are creating something that is fulfilling to you, that doesn't take from you the things that you don't want it to take from you. And I really love that. So those are the 5 things that, you know, I went through as a stylist, hairstylist, entrepreneur, that I didn't like, but I still succeeded. So you can succeed in what you're doing. You just have to know there's certain things that is sometimes a deal breaker for you, and you will have to make those decisions. So if you would like to know more and learn more from me, just click that subscribe button, and I will have more content like this coming up for business or personal growth, all the things. So thank you for watching In My Chair with me, Elizabeth, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.